Thank you for introducing me, and thank you for all of you to come and listen to me. Today is 2018, March 21st, and this morning I received my SAT score. I'm not joking, I did really bad. That's really, really bad. And when I received my score, I nearly cried in this meeting hall. And then I sent the screenshots of the score to my parents and my teachers. And then I turned off my phone. Because I don't think I can sustain the anger and the disappointment of them. But magically, after I doing that, I found that I stopped being nervous anymore. Because suddenly I know two truths. The first truth is that the people who care about me sit down here. And all the things they want to see on my face is my confidence and my smile. So, I should do try my best. Only thing I can give to them is my confidence and an excellent speech. The second truth is that I prepared a long time for my SAT test, but I still mess it up. So everything that under God don't have a definite result. Your efforts doesn't make the success. So what can I do? Should I stop trying? No, I think we should try our best and just enjoy it. This is the cheating sheet I prepared for this speech today, but I think I don't need it anymore. I will clean it up after my speech. Okay, let's talk about the serious topic, tiny cage. Oh, also, I want to tell every TED Talkers after me, don't be afraid, don't be nervous. Just try best and enjoy it. Let's start. That's my simple and humble PPT. Let's start the serious topic about school violence. Tiny cages, and what we should know about school violence. Before starting my topic, I would like to talk about a true story which happened to me at the end of 2017. Specifically, 3 months earlier, I had an idea of shooting a microfilm about school violence. But when I handed in my proposal, my teacher revoked it. The explanation was simple. Most teachers and school leaders were afraid of talking about the topic of school violence. Some of them may afraid the existence of school violence. Some of them may afraid the school violence which already exists in their school may bring forth negative publicity to them. Unfortunately, seeking escape cannot achieve anything but making matters worse. Standing here today, I speak for the majority of people, those who actually care. Not only the teachers, but also millions of parents and students who do not consider school violence is a matter in need of attention. Some may think little of school violence, and others may think that the matter is too far away from their lives. School violence? They may say, I'm not familiar about it. It is none of my business. Or even, I have never seen any films about it. But really? I want to say a famous character who was suffering from school violence, but not many people can notice. Severus Snape from Harry Potter. He is a famous character which many people like, but not many people notice that he is a victim of school violence. Let's watch a film. That's not the thing I want you to see, but you can watch it, and 1 minute later, maybe.
He gets his own food and all. It's company he'll be needing when I'm gone. You will look after him, won't you? I'm the only family he's got.
Feeling sentimental?
That's private.
Not to me. And not to the Dark Lord if you don't improve. Every memory he has access to is a weapon he can use against you. You won't last 2 seconds if he invades your mind. You're just like your father. Lazy, arrogant.
Don't say a word against my father.
Weak.
I'm not weak.
Then prove it. Control your emotions. Discipline your mind. Legilimate.
Serious.
I may vomit.
Stop it.
Is this what you call control?
We've been at it for hours. If I could just rest.
The Dark Lord isn't resting. You and Black, you're two of a kind, sentimental children, forever whining about how bitterly unfair your lives have been. Well, it may have escaped your notice, but life isn't fair. Your blessed father knew that. In fact, he frequently saw to it.
My father was a great man.
Your father was a swine.
Protego!
Come on, Mooney. Go for it. Snape! Expelliarmus!
Nice one, James.
Oh, James, finish him off. Impedimenta. Right, who wants to see me take off Snively's trout?
Enough. Your lessons are at an end. Get out.
Okay, and that's the text that I copied from the Harry Potter. But it's too long, so I think you don't want me to read it. We can just skip it. After watching Harry Potter, I think you find that Snape was a victim of school violence. But it's not the only film that talk about school violence. I want to introduce you some famous films that everyone should know. This is a Korean film called Han. It talks about the story that a girl started with moving to a new school, and she was afraid of talking to people. But then she was encouraged by her friends. She became brave and started to sing again. But when her friends sent her sing video on the internet, she became angry and asked them to delete it. And then the truth emerged. She was sexually assaulted in the school before, so she was afraid that these people can find her again. Confessions, which a film that my mom loved very much and she saw when I was very young. It is a story about school violence. It is also a story about mother. It's about the teacher's daughter was killed by the classmate and she started her revenge. It's dark and horror, and I think everyone should take it seriously. I recommend it to you. My Little Baby Jaya, as known as its Chinese name, Qiang. Don't read the text because I just copied it from Baidu Translator. I was so lazy. It's about a daughter who go to art school and she was hurt by the boy sexual assaulted, and she killed herself. And her father, who has a cerebral palsy, started his revenge and killed all the people who hurt his daughter and killed himself. And this is the story behind Han Gongzhu. A group of bad boys drags the girl into a shabby hotel and then takes a photo of her naked body and then use it to intimidate her. We can see that all these stories have a sad endings. So I think it is tell us the seriousness of school violence. But still many people don't take school violence seriously. They think they are just children. But that's just their indifference and misconceptions actually promote school violence. It may occur to them that someday they might fall victim of school violence, and at that time, no one will be there for them. This is a famous poem, and I think everyone have read about it. What's school violence? School violence encompasses physical violence, including student-on-student fighting and corporal punishment, psychological violence, including verbal abuse, sexual violence, including rape and sexual harassment. Many forms of bullying, including cyberbullying and carrying weapons in school. It is widely held to have become a serious problem in recent decades in many countries, especially where weapons much as guns and knives are involved. This considerably wide classification clearly demonstrates how easy it is for the students to be affected or be inflicted about school violence. How can the children, without any experience, be exposed to such atrocity? After defining the terminology, I want to talk about the harm of school violence. First, the physical harm of school violence is much more terrible than anyone could think. Sorry. For example, I have come across a report on a girl who was slapped by 5 other girls for 45 times in only 5 minutes and got her leg beaten by an iron bar. The girl was hurt badly and was sent to the hospital. She got 8 stitches on her face and her leg was hurt much. The doctor said it may take a year before she could start to walk again. But on most occasions, mental harm can be much more serious than physical harm. Some may stay after the students graduate. As a result, they may become self-abased and afraid of social life, just like Han Gongzhu do. Their mind may always suffer from the shadow, because physical harm can be cured by medicine or operations, but mental harm can never be cured. I have watched an interview with a famous writer. She was beautiful and clever, but when she talked about her experience in her senior school, she covered her face with her eyes and cried. She said with bright eyes, "I cannot remember what they said at that time, but I will never forget my feelings. To be honest, sometimes I even consider that I should kill them and then kill myself." The influence remained even after I graduated. The word "people" was horrifying for me because I thought everyone would hurt me at that time. But that is not the end. The school violence will never influence only one person. The parents who really care about their children are the victims of school violence. Their children's sadness will reflect upon them and make them sad and nervous. Some of them may even try to transfer their children into another school, but it will be troublesome, and it will change the whole life routine of the family. Since school violence can cause so much trouble, how can we deal with it? How to understand how to fight school violence? We should learn about the mentality of the people who are involved into the school violence. What are they thinking when they are bullying people? What are they thinking when they are being bullied? According to some research, about 82% of the school violence is caused by trivia. Sometimes the bullies are popular in class. Sometimes the bullies are wanted of love when they are very young. They pretend to be a good person, or most of the time they're really a good person, just like Harry's father, James Potter. Almost everyone in the book like him, except Snape. So they love the feelings of being in the spotlight. So they choose one person they don't like and seek amusement by bullying them, because the feeling that being more powerful than others and should let others dependent on their empathy will make them feel happy. After the bullies, you may ask the bystanders. Almost all the school violence is created by at least 3 principal culprits. So we may ask, why are these people have nothing to do with school violence, choose to keep silent instead of standing up and say something? The reason is simple. Because they are afraid. They are afraid that if they help the victim, they will become the victim. The bullies will turn the target to them. It's obvious that everyone considers their interest more important than others. So they may comfort themselves like that. Now that so many people hate him, there must be some reasons. He must be a bad guy. But is he really a bad guy? They don't know. And also, they don't need to know. Previously, I told you about the story of the girl who slapped. Many of us may wonder, why does the girl choose to conceal all these things instead of telling his parents and teachers? Because most parents believe that the children will never do things that are too bad, and that their children only so feel because they are so sensitive. Some of them even think that is their children's own fault. We are familiar with work like that. Why do they choose to tease you instead of others? Obviously, it's your own fault. Not every case of school violence will become a poignant crime, just as not all the children would venture the cruel act. It is the indifference and silent indulgence of the people around them that makes them more and more rampant. At first, they were only there to say some bad words. If someone stands up and says something, it will never evolve into a major case of school violence. But no one has done that. So they become more and more encouraged. So they start to slap the girl, after which hitting her with an iron bar. Any one of them could have stopped this tragedy at any step. But no one would help these poor children to save themselves. No one has done anything. So tragedies happen every day and everywhere. So thousands of boys are sent to the hospitals. So millions of girls jump down from the top floor of the school. Who knows what a 15-year-old girl thinks when she jumped down from the 13th floor? She may think, finally, I cannot tolerate this life anymore. Where is the Garden of Eden if the children are in hell? Where exactly is freedom when the school is a tiny cage? Every morning we send our children to the beautiful campus. We thought they will have a beautiful childhood there, but we don't know that. They were crying near the sewers. We don't know that there are children beaten up in the alley. We don't know that their food are thrown away, and their desks are full of worms. We don't know that these beautiful angels are excluded from the world. Instead, we thought they were doing well. But we don't know that every minute and every second, they are in the tiny cage. They cannot escape. They cannot find the exit. They cannot see the future. So what can we do? We can do only a little things, but we cannot do nothing. We have to tell them the world is beautiful. We have to open the door for them. We have to let them know that the world is shining. We have to tell them the sun will rise every day, and the sunrise will light on them one day. There must be that day. We have to open the door for them and let them know they will escape the tiny cage and enjoy the sunshine like every children at their age should do. Because they cannot escape the darkness by themselves. So what we should do is to help them, light up the darkness, and see their smiling face. Thank you.